Hello you beautiful people and welcome back to Joeboy Racing. In today's video I'm going to be going over my fancies for day 3 at Glorious Goodwood, the Thursday, featuring my favourite filly in training. So let's get stuck into it and hopefully we can tip up some winners. Before we get into that, guys, I just want to say a massive thank you for all your comments on my last video. Really made me feel a lot better. Your continued support and everyone getting involved in the comments really means the world to me, so thank you very much. I also want to note, guys, I am recording this before my day 2 selections have run, so fingers crossed we get a couple of winners there. Now let's get stuck into my selections. In the first race, the 120 class 2 handicap, I've put up as my selection here Marhaba Ghaiyyath, another Charlie Johnson trained horse with William Buick jocked up. I watched this horse last time out at Newmarket, was super impressed with how it stayed on, only went down less than a length to a Godolphin short price fav, and he just struck me as a real improver. He's got some form tied in with a horse called Caracca that runs in the first race today against my Novelista selection, so if he runs a blinder then I can see the price contracting, as well as if Novelista runs well, I can see him contracting as well. I've managed to get on him at 8-1 with Bet Goodwin, I believe. He's 7-1 elsewhere, and I can see that price contracting. Hence why I've jumped on him now. There is some rain forecast. The horse seems to prefer good to firm ground, so that's something to bear in mind if you want to wait for on the day as well. Watching this video will be after the fact of the first race on Wednesday, sorry. So you'll have the hindsight to see whether Caracca and Novelista run well and be able to make a slightly better informed decision at that time. Another one I thought was interesting down the prices was Janie Mackers. Has been tried twice this year at Class 1 listed level. Not worked out for her. You can get 16-1 about her at time of recording, again with the 5 places. David Menzies trained, who's obviously the local trainer. I thought the drop back down in class was interesting. Seems to be well handicapped. They obviously fancy that she's a classy filly, and I think she prefers the soft ground as well. Has won on soft ground before, so bear that in mind as well. I may have an each way saver on her. I'm not doing it yet. I'm going to wait for best odds guaranteed. But if the rain comes and Caracca doesn't run well, Novelista doesn't run well, then I may just scrap my Marhaba Ghaiyyath altogether and just stick with my each way saver on Janie Mackers. Right, moving on to my next selection, guys, in the 230 over 1.5 miles, Group 3. I really like Dinadan in this. I don't know if you watched my videos back, I did tip him up in the Irish Derby. I said in that I thought Lambourne was going to win. However, at 66-1, I was going to take an each way poke about Dinadan. I thought he ran an absolute blinder. Obviously, if you look at the form, he's come 5th, but for the majority of that race, he was leading Lambourne, who likes to go at the gallop, lead from the front, put in a really good shift, just run out of juice in the final furlong. Now, I don't think these are in the same calibre as Lambourne and Lazy Griffin the like, and I can see him just making all in this and just really toughing it out from the front. I said in that Irish Derby review, if he comes up at the same trip again in lesser quality Group 2 or Group 3, I'll be backing him again. And at 8-1, I think he represents a good value bet. There's only 2 places on offer. I'm going to bet him each way anyway, just because I like to do that. I don't reduce my stake, I just double it up, because there's nothing worse than getting chinned on the line and losing all of your money. And I don't think he's going to have to go as a stronger gallop in this as he did in the Irish Derby. Obviously, Merchant's a short price favourite, fancied by a lot of people. However, I think with the way this is stacked up, I think the pace is going to be too strong for him to be able to do what he did at Royal Ascot. You've got Dinadan in there, Galveston, I think at Winlord as well. I think they're going to push from the front and really try and make it a test of stamina, which will favour Dinadan and Galveston. I I think Galveston's going to be the main danger here, but I'm hoping Dinadan has got enough in the tank to get the job done. Moving on to my last selection, guys, featuring my favourite filly in training, probably this horse's #1 biggest fan. I've backed it ever since the Musadora, backed it in the Musadora, backed it up in the Oaks, where I was gutted she didn't tough it out against Minnie Hawk, who has then since franked her form in the Irish Oaks. I just love this filly. I think she's so straightforward, so tough, well balanced as well, so I don't think Goodwood's going to be a problem. If there's a little bit of rain come, I don't think the ground's going to be an issue as well. That form beating Kalpana has been franked after a good run in the King George from Kalpana, and I just think this is rock solid. She gets £9 off the second favourite in the market as well, and yeah, I can't find any reason not to side with Whirl here, so I'll be having a nice little bet on Whirl, who's probably my main fancy for the whole meeting. So that's it, guys. They're my selections for Thursday. Fingers crossed we get a couple of winners, or at least go close with a couple on Wednesday selections. Once again, really appreciate all your nice comments in the last video. Get stuck into the comments again. Let me know who you're backing, if you fancy any of my selections, who your favourite performers of the festival have been so far. And as always, happy punting.